Let me start by saying what has happened in this financial year in debating this budget. There's a positive aspect which we're missing. Never since the democratic breakthrough have we ever had this public debate of the budget. That in itself is a positive development. Sadly, though, the debate is focused on one side of the equation, and that equation is on the revenue side. Little attention is paid to the spending side of this equation, because had we looked at the spending side of this equation and say what is being funded, those who talk about the poor would understand that the major part of this budget is targeted to poor communities. Whether we are talking about education, whether we're talking about health, we made the point here that about 9,000 workers have left the system in health last year, undermining the quality of health services in poor communities. And all of us here, we talk poor, poor, poor. We don't understand those services that belong to poor people which are being eroded. Let me just outline, for instance, what this impact people are talking about of the VAT. Let's have data, facts. What are the facts? 5 will generate 13.5 billion rand. Okay? What does our data tell us about VAT? Our data says VAT is paid by the 76% is paid by the 3 upper income categories. What does that mean? It means 10.26 of this VAT is going to be paid by the 3 upper income categories. Remainder is going to be paid by what we call the lower income categories, which is 3.24 billion. But what is the package that we're presenting to these poor categories? It far exceeds the 3.2 billion. We're talking about zero rating, which is 2 billion. This is in the indigent percent. We're talking about this 29 billion in education. We're talking about this 28 billion rand in health. Let's be fair when we talk about health, poor communities. Let's do the numbers. The numbers refute everything we've said in this room. Refute everything we've said in this room. The second set of issues. On Friday this week.
Honourable Minister, will you just take your seat, please? Honourable Van der Weyden, why do you want to be recognized? Order, honourable members. Order. Order, honourable members. Why do you want to be recognized?
Thank you, House Chair. I'd ask to check if the Minister, by outlining the essence of the VAT increase, does it mean is he going to...
Honourable member, please take your seat.
I wanted to pose a question on the 30 days provision.
Take your seat, please. You had an opportunity to debate. Continue, Honourable Minister.
I was saying on Friday this week, we'll be tabling the rates and monetary amounts and amendments of Revenue Laws Bill this Friday, which gives effect to all the tax categories we're talking about. That provides an opportunity for all of us to have this engagement about 0.5% and all of that. And we would appreciate, we're more than happy to work with all people in this room, with everybody constructive proposals. But those constructive proposals must talk to 2 equations of this budget. They must talk to those 2 equations. If we're taking this 12.5 billion rand, we must then say, as the DA says, cut an equivalent amount on the expenditure side. That's what the DA says. That's fine. Take the 13.5 billion aside on the revenue side, then go a cut on equivalent amount The very issue we've been talking about austerities. But let's have these constructive engagements about wastage, about efficiency. Parliament has got an important role to play. And that opportunity is this budget. People have made reference to SARS. Let me repeat the SARS issue. We have agreed with Parliament. We can't say we're intransigent. Parliament says to us, increase SARS budget. We said to Parliament, yes, we're listening. SARS budget was supposed to increase by 3.5 billion over the MTF. What was our response? Was to add a 4 billion to that. SARS budget over the MTF increases to by 7.5 billion rand. The honourable member from ACDP talks about our forecasting. The unfortunate part in the joint committee, when we made a presentation to demonstrate on average with comparators how our numbers look like. Ian was not probably, I don't know, was not part of the meeting, because we debunked that notion that our forecasts are inaccurate. On the budget process, we accept that. The budget process now is going to be changed. We've got to think about, we'll come back to the committee, how do we make sure that we can involve everybody starting from July, September, October. That's what we want to do. But let me just say, the DA does not necessarily tell the truth normally. And they've got a tendency to shift the goalposts every day. The Deputy President chaired a committee where we were looking at alternatives. The DA proposals were no bracket creep. That's a DA proposal. Nothing. We have accepted their proposal. Today, they've got the audacity to stand up and say they don't want bracket creep. It's a lie. It's a lie. I mean, let's be fair. Let's debate honestly and disagree honestly. We accept genuine disagreements. It's in the nature of a robust debate. I think this budget has produced that robust debate. But let's make sure that the debate is robust. Don't base it on lies. As I conclude, Honorable Chair, as for the GNU, I don't think you can vote against a budget and tomorrow you want to go and be part of its implementation. It can't be. It can't be. We've got to draw a line on that point. I thank you.